Hello, artists. Today is October the 26th, Monday, and you should already be working on your self portrait project. Here's the schedule of what we did last week. Last week on Tuesday, we discussed 2D shapes. You also started to draw your eyes, nose, and mouth for your first assignment of the second 9 weeks. Wednesday, you practiced drawing hair. You were asked to take a selfie on your device and draw yourself as a Tim Burton character. Thursday and Friday, you continued your sketches, and you were asked on Friday to submit your sketch. If you did not submit your 5 hairstyles, which we see here on the screen, and the first sketch, which is down here at the bottom, please do so today so that way you can get your grades in for your second assignment. Here is some more details about our project, the self-portrait project. So you have 2 options. The first option is to create yourself as a Tim Burton inspired character, or you can create a unique character of yourself that does not need to be inspired by Tim Burton. Here are your expectations and outcomes. You should be able to create an original artwork based on direct observations, using original sources and personal experience, as well as number 2, apply the art making process to solve problems and generate design solutions. We learned last week that a sketch is a rough or practice drawing in preparation for your final artwork. In today's Schoology, you will find there is a video that I created for YouTube that goes over what is a character sketch. And inside the video, I show you how to grid your artwork, as well as remind you to use the resources like the eyes, nose, mouth, and head worksheet that we received last week in Schoology. As you see here, I've started to add my character. And remember, this sketch is not your final drawing. So this is going to be one of your grades. And the final drawing, which we see later on in the video, is going to be your final project grade. That is going to be a summative grade, which is 50% of your final grade for this class for the second 9 weeks. We will also go over adding details, color if you have color at home. If you don't have color, I want you to focus on dark values using your pen or your pencil. If you do have color, I would love for you to use those materials when you're creating your final artwork. In addition to having value and lines, your artwork should also have shape, which is one of the elements of art. Shapes can be organic shapes, like shapes we find in nature, or they could be geometric shapes, like regular shapes like squares, rectangles, and triangles. Here's an example of what a self-portrait sketch should look like. We went over this last week, and you were also asked to upload your first sketch. If you did not do so, please do so today, so that way you can get a great grade. Now let's go over understanding the project. So here is how you are going to be graded for this assignment. Each of these sections is 25 points each, and it adds up to 100 total points. So your first thing that your project, your final artwork should have is your artwork should include lines, shapes, and value for the elements of art. The second thing it should have, your character must be a self-portrait of you. It may be an original character from your imagination or inspired by Tim Burton's film and animated characters. It should also have background and details. Your character must have accessories, details like time of day, a background, additional characters, and any other information to make your artwork visually interesting. You should also be able to show that there was time and effort put into this project. You must have a first sketch and show evidence of progress throughout the project. Focus on adding drawing techniques we have learned for line shapes and adding value. Please watch videos that are posted for tips and instructions. Your artwork can be the following. It can be a drawing, painting, digital art, or even a sculpture. It can also be a character you created or a character inspired by Tim Burton's animated characters. In this presentation, you will see some examples of fourth graders that also did this artwork. I would also like for you to add a background. That's going to be something behind your character. So, as we see pictured here, there are two examples from The Scream by Edvard Munch in 1881, which shows the character on a bridge with the sunset and a landscape as well as water behind him. And we also see The Starry Night, which is by Vincent van Gogh, which shows a landscape with the mountain, the sky, and even the moon up in the corner. When you're creating your character, think about using abstract shapes. Now, these shapes do not need to look realistic, or you can use make it look more realistic. Right here, we have several different artworks from the artist from Spain, Pablo Picasso, who was alive between 1881 and 1973. You can also take inspiration from other sources. Like, for example, here are some face masks from the Iroquois nation called false face masks that were used in rituals. We will talk more about your final project this week, but again, please refer to the previous slide that shows you how you're going to get graded. And once you turn in your 5 hairstyles and your first sketch, please move on to transferring your drawing to another sheet of paper, preferably a paper that does not have lines, and start adding your details. And if you have colors at home, please start adding colors. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and I will see you online.